Good morning, afternoon and evening, my crazies. Fingers crossed you can now see this ugly mug and you can hear my voice. Okay, so the first one that didn't last any time at all. I know why it was blacked out. It is because I was using my camera to record something earlier and I hadn't switched that program off. So the OBS studio and didn't get a chance to nick the video from it for this one because it was on a different setting or something stupid anyway. So while I'm just waiting for you girls to pop in, I'm going to add all the old bits and pieces onto the chat. See, brain is clearly not in gear. Yep, I'll add that into the chat so you guys all know what's going on. Right, so the first thing up is, of course, I'm running the New Year blowout, and that is 10% off of any of the patterns over at the Ravelry store, and this is valid until January the 31st at 11:59 p.m. and GMT. And to get that, you use the code capital letters NYBO. And what I will be doing is in a few seconds you will see that pop up into the chat bar along with the a link that you'll need to take you over to the shop. This multitasking thing, I'm not doing very well, am I? But I'm trying. Okay, now I'm going to have that pinned to the top so that if it's something you want to use, you know that it is there, especially when we go into replay later. It's also in the description box down below. Alright, okay. The next item up is a cheeky ask. If you could please subscribe and like and hit the bell. And remember to select all. That way you'll be notified of any new lives and anything else that comes up. So there we go. There's my next reminder. Right, and I was doing really well. And the third item up, of course, today is the pattern that you could win if anybody actually does come in to say hello. The pattern you can win today is, of course, a no strings, and that is the code name. It is a dismay. It's from my dismay range, and of course, with the winner only patterns, they are patterns that I'm unable to sell, and due to copyright issues. Now you are able to make them and you are able to gift them out. Yeah, okay, you could sell them if you wanted to, depending on what country you are in. Please check rules and regulations, and if you are advertising them, don't do it on social media because you might get traced. But of course, you can make them, hand them over to family without any issues at all. And if you do make any of the winner only patterns that you receive from this channel, if you would be ever so lovely and send me over a photograph, it means not only can I go, oh that's gorgeous, but I can also show it off to the rest of the crazies who will also shout, oh that's gorgeous. All right, so let's have a look. We've got somebody that's finally popped into chat, and it's Spring the Fibre Enthusiast. Welcome in, Spring. She's saying a good morning, or at least I hope you're a she. Sorry, I'm automatically assuming. So welcome in, darling. So what are you up to today? What are you what are you creating, or are you just sitting there chilling and listening to me gabble on? I should explain this is the second part of the live because the first part of the live I mucked up earlier, so that's why I was just chatting away in the hopes that some of the other girls will pop over. So what I'm now going to do is be a bit cheeky, copy this link and pop it on the bottom of the other one, just in the hopes that some of the girls will find us. So give me a second because I'm talking and doing and pushing buttons is making my brain cell go to sleep. It's just not working. It does not want to play. There we go. Move that over to there. Stick that in there. There we go. Nearly there, and then I will be back with you. Sorry about this, girls. I don't want to miss out on anyone that has popped over to the other one. So, and there we go. Let me see. Okay, so let's have a look. Spring is saying yes she is, and then laugh out loud. She's drinking coffee and recording later. So are you recording a tutorial or something else today, darling? Come on, give me some more info. I need juicy gossip. I am really bad today. I'm in one of my cheeky moods. Did you have the opportunity to pop over yesterday afternoon / evening / morning, depending on where you are? Did you pop over and have a nose at the video I've put up with this one on? And give us a little bit of sorry, give you something else to watch. Hey, Sarah made it. Yay, welcome back, darling. Thank you ever so much for putting up with me there, girl. You're a superstar. Right, oh yeah, Sarah, I should explain, I was recording earlier and I forgot to turn my recording equipment off to then set it back up for the live today. So of course I've just clicked buttons and not realised that my camera was already set up on a different program, so of course it didn't want to play, did it? So that's why I was like, oh, I'll see if it will work now, and I'll see if this will work and that will work, because I realised what had gone on before we switched off the last one. So Spring is doing a tutorial on tatting and crochet. Tatting? Can you explain tatting to me a little bit, please, Spring? I probably know it and I've probably sat there and watched it and all the rest of it, but you know, once you get to know me a bit more, you'll know my brain's like a sieve and I forget the words to in regards to the different things that we do. So Spring was saying yesterday was a Netflix and her day. She'll have a look at the video later. Cool. Sarah, what are you up to, darling? Are you creating, crafting, or stuck doing housework, or at work? Yes, I was a silly snot bag. Proper silly snot bag, Sarah. But hey, you know me. You know what it's like. It don't work, shut it down and start again. Turn it off and turn it back on again. I wish I could do that with my brain cell mind. I really do. Oh, I'm just trying to think. So have you girls had the opportunity to have a look at a Stitch a Week yet? So right, Sarah, you're doing it, aren't you, if I remember rightly, and you've done it and you've probably sent it over, but without me checking the videos and stuff, I need a note. I need something stuck in front of me with everybody's names on and who's done what and where and when. Otherwise it's going to take me forever to remember everybody. Yeah, you are, because I remember I have to chase down your actual channel name. So you're doing your mosaic today. Ah, that's coming along nicely. How many rows are you up to now? Because I saw your image on Instagram. See, I did have a look in the end to double check I'd actually seen it. I thought it had Spring, but you know me and brains, it's trying to remember stuff, and if there's a slight change in a photograph or something, it's like you're a whole new person. That's why Emmy does it to it, my bestie. She comes in and at the moment she's, what is it? Angela's Brain something or other is her name. And she's just taking the mickey out of me with her channel name. But it's quite funny. Ah, lacework with thread. Sounds like it sounds like it's going to look beautiful. I've seen some lacework with threads and crikey, some of that is so gorgeous but so intricate. Are you following Irish patterns, or are you following a pattern of your own or from somewhere else? Oh no, you're doing videos, sorry babe, so they'll be your own. Alright, okay, so in regards to Sarah's mosaic, she is on she's doing 2 mosaics, and the one that she's working on at the moment, she is on row 21 of 26 for January. So I'm assuming you get a new pattern each month then, and they're working it that way. Who's that being hosted by, darling? Silver, welcome in, darling. She says hi, and of course Spring's jumped in with a hi, Silver. Yay. Sorry, I just had I've got funny things popping through my head at the moment. It was like earlier on, I was doing the emails for yesterday's winners, and of course this month's pattern is called No Strings, and it is a very well known character. I'll actually show it to you in a second. I just got to get the picture up, and yeah, he's called No Strings. And what was I going to say? Yeah, as I was typing out the email for the code words, I was actually singing the song in my head. So if any of the winners do pop on and they're like, what on earth were those code words you got me to put in? Sing the song and you'll find them in there. Where are we? There we go. So here he is. This is... I'll best get my camera up so I can see that you're actually all in focus. Right, so here we go. This is No Strings. There is 122 rows of a corner to corner with him. I do suggest that if you don't want it to take over a double-sized bed, that you do use a DK or 3-weight yarn and use the C2C mini stitch, not the standard C2C. There will be a video coming up on the channel soon with the C2C mini stitch if you don't know how to do it. There we go. I forgot to pop my chat out. No wonder I'm looking in the wrong direction. Right, done. There we go. Right, so let's have a nose at what you guys have been saying. So Spring also makes her own jewellery. And Silver is saying, hi Spring, hope you're okay. Oh right, okie dokies darling. It's Sarah is doing the calendar count and they have the colours and patterns for the year. And Silver is saying, you make your own jewellery? She doesn't have the eyes for that. Magnifying glasses. These are good. So Silver is saying she's got so many things she wanted to start, but she's promised herself to finish off a project before she starts anything new. Where are we going? So Spring is saying that she is well, Silver, and she hopes that you're also well. And also says that the pattern's cute. Thank you. Silver is saying she's getting there, lots better, thankfully. And then we got everybody saying hi to each other again, because you have a couple of you have missed each other. Hi, okay, so what we got? Silver, Sarah. Yay. Oh, okay, Spring, so it's tattered jewellery is what you're meaning. Wow. That's going to be really intricate and pretty cute as well. Do you add any extra embellishments like beads or anything to it? I've seen someone make some of that. I'll get there in a minute. Our Kath that's normally here, she also does jewellery and other bits and pieces over on her channel. I've sat and watched some of her stuff and I'm like, whoa, that's too intricate, I can't see it. So it's not something, it's something I'd love to try, but I don't think it's something I will try. And if I do, it will be sitting on my own with ginormous magnifying glass in front of me glasses, with my tongue sticking out and my head on a tilt, trying to focus and concentrate on it. So yeah, no. There'll be too many dodgy photos flying around that my husband would take. And you're doing it with beads as well. Oh, that's going to look stunning once done, darling. There's quite a bit of work involved in those as well, isn't there? Right, girls, can you do me a big fat favour? As I mucked up my first live, is there any chance you could hit the thumbs up button if you haven't already done it? That would be absolutely brilliant. And also check your settings as well, because the YouTube bots have been in and they've played silly bees with it. And So of course some of the settings may have changed, like with the thumbs up you may have been moved to pick and choose rather than notify of all when all the videos go through. Dodo, welcome in darling, she's saying hello to you all. And Spring says that she uses a 10 crochet thread, so it's not too bad. I've got some crochet thread, give me 2 seconds. How do you know? That got me 3. Ugh. Sorry about that, I just had to climb, I had to get down on the floor. Me getting back up's a nightmare. So you, stuff like this, I'm assuming, Spring. Let's have a look. Because I don't know what the thickness of some of this is. I'm just having a nose now on the purple one on the label there to see if it says. Oh, it's a 4-ply knitting, that one. Because the labels are different, aren't they? So this one is a haven't got a Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Because it's foreign. Pretty though, but foreign. And this one is another one that doesn't have a weight on it. I like the look of this one though, because it isn't actually a cotton. This one is a viscose and lurex mix, and it's chain spun, so I love the look of this one. You know how it is, you buy stuff because you like the look, didn't you? Rather than what you can actually use it for. Yes, okay. So Spring, the yes thumbs up, I use a #3 also. What one was that one for? The purple, the blueies, or the silver? So it'd be nice to actually know what the size of these are, because at least then when I go looking for patterns I can actually have it in front of me, so I can look and know that amount will make that item I'm looking at. Come on, I'm tapping into your knowledge now, girl. Oh, my hair is doing my nutting. Ow. I stupidly put it in some sort of curlers and then used hairspray. I don't use hairspray ever, and now remember why it feels like I've got cardboard. And it looks like it too. I've just realised I mucked around with my hair and nothing's changed. That's definitely a stronghold. Right, so the purple you're saying looks like a 10. Okay, there we go. The blue looks thinner. It's more elasticated. It's got a little bit of a stretch on it. Definitely feels different. This is where I'm going to completely and utterly muck up the balls. It's trying to get my finger under it or something so I can actually show you. Yeah, let's use that because that's white. There we go. Somehow. Yeah, I'd say it's yeah, it is thinner, the blue one. But of course I'm sitting here crossing my eyes trying to focus in. Oh. Purple looks like a 10. Right, I'm just going to write 10 on it. Hope for the best. I've got that one and then a couple more from the same maker. It's just a case of working out what I'm going to do with it. When I bought it, I was going to actually make a top, and it was another one of these. This is way before the channel, mind. I printed off a an image that I'd seen on the internet. It was just like one of these pictures for cross stitch, 2 colours, and I thought, right, okay, I'm going to attempt to make a top using that image in the back and use like filet crochet or however it's said. And so I'm sitting there, and we'd gone on holiday, and I was I had my earphones on, and I am sitting there watching back-to-back videos of Bag a Day, because at this point I absolutely love Bag a Day, and I'd found her, and I'd only watched a few of her videos before we went on holiday, so I was catching up on her back catalogue. I did pretty well, actually. 2 weeks worth of watching Bag a Day for 6 to 8 hours a day worked beautifully. And so I'm there, and I'm watching these videos, and I am doing this this image, and I did pretty well. And when we got back, I put it down and I did something else, and then when I came back to it, I couldn't remember the hook size because I'd written nothing down, so I guesstimated the hook. It was the one in the bottom of the bag, so I tried it, carried on going. But of course, by this point, I'd learned how to actually use a crochet hook, because back then I wasn't using the neck of the hook. It's not called that, is it? It's the shaft. So hold on, let's get me bigger hook. So of course, when I was crocheting back then, because I didn't know what I was doing, I was literally just pulling it tight on this section here of the hook. I wasn't actually using any of the shaft to get the right size. And so it turned out that the stitches, although they were all the same, they all looked the same, they were probably about 2 sizes smaller than what the hook actually should have created, because of course I didn't know what I was doing. And so of course then I learned how to use the hook properly. So when I went back to the project and I did some more, the project went from there and just went bloop like that, and I was like, okay. So I stripped it back to where I'd changed the hook. I swapped the hook down, I tried it again, and it went bloop out again. And in the end I just looked at it and went, I wonder. So I'm sitting there, and I ended up measuring it and doing the maths on it, and then realised that the bit that I had done, which had taken me quite a few weeks, was only about 1/4 of the image. And if I wanted the full image, this thing would have looked beautiful as a curtain for my patio doors. It's another one of them. It's too big. So then I cut down all of the image and just kept the main section, and was like, right, well, I'll do that section. That should basically go way past my bottom and cover all my back. And yeah, I just couldn't get it to match, so I gave up on it. It's one of them ones, it'll get stripped back at some point and the yarn will get used for something else. But the thing was, I really loved the image that I'd found. It was just too adventurous for the level that I was, which was not even novice. I hadn't even got to novice at that point when I tried to tackle that one. But yeah, it was quite funny. I might even still have it here somewhere. It'll be in one of the bags over there, because I don't normally strip down a project until I'm ready to actually use the yarn again. It's not something I really enjoy doing, so it's not something I would probably do for a little bit. Alright, Sarah is headed off back to work. Thank you for joining us, darling. I will see you hopefully next week. And remember, there are a couple new videos that have gone up, and there'll be another one going up today, because I'm a nightmare like that. I can't even remember which one it is, because I've made a few. Yeah, that was my first attempt at fillet, but I haven't gone back into it since, not to actually make a picture. I haven't done it. I've seen a couple of really nice patterns that I wouldn't mind doing, but it's just finding the time, isn't it, amongst everything else, and making sure I've got enough videos for you guys and enough content for you guys. And then do enough crochet as well, and before I tackle another new project. But no, my next one up is finishing off the corner to corner that I'm doing at the moment, so I can show you all that, and pop the the pattern up on the Ravelry shop, and then I intend to do a what are they called? One of the patterns that I've won off of Courtney at Viperfox Studios. So I'll be knocking on Sarah's door going, Sarah, how do I do it? But then saying that, I'm quite lucky because Courtney has also got videos out for quite a few of her patterns, so I should be alright there because I've worked alongside her a couple of times. It's like this top here is one of hers, and I find her really, really easy to follow along with. Oh, crikey voice. Right, let's go back to your comments. Right, so welcome in Smirnoff. She's saying, finally, I couldn't get me chat on my tablet for some reason. And so I had to have chat. So she got to have chat on her phone. Oh no. I wonder what is going on there. I've noticed issues actually with YouTube today. I went in to try and edit the section of yesterday's video and sort of put up the little pop-ups and like the I button and stuff like that. And it was black screening. It was freezing. It wasn't doing anything I wanted it to do. I thought it was just me being me. But it's a couple of I've had a couple of issues with it today where I've just had to shut it all down and start again. Sabrina, welcome in, darling. She's saying hello, everybody. She's just got home. That's what that ping was. She sent me I sent her a message earlier going, I'm on me live, and she went, well, I'll try and get here. Well, she's here now. So of course it's, Sabrina and Smirnoff are saying hello to everybody. Now I know that is not how I'm meant to actually pronounce her name, but Smirnoff yesterday said it was okay for me to call her Smirnoff instead of just using the last bit, because she quite likes it, which is quite lucky really. That's my I've just reported that person's song. Right, okay, so no, Spring, I don't have a mod in at the moment, darling, but it's okay, I've worked it. And to be honest, you guys are all sensible enough to know not to bother clicking it. So we just ignore it until it's knocked on the head, just in case a little one comes in and goes, oh, what is that? So yeah, so not at the moment. Me mod's off doing something else. Right, so Sabrina is saying hello to everybody that is in chat, which is really cool. So Sabrina, I know you've only just got your bum back in the door, girl, but what's your plans for this afternoon? Are you gonna get on with some crocheting or some knitting before Mr. gets home from school? Smirnoff said she'd feel really weird if I called her anything else. It's strange, isn't it, how certain nicknames, you start feeling comfortable with a certain nickname that someone gives, and luckily I try my hardest not to give anything, like to say anything too horrible that might upset anybody. And now, even with the email last night, I was sitting there trying to type your name out, or this morning I should say, I was trying to type your name. I'm like, I call a Smirnoff, and I'm like, I can't spell it. So I ended up copying your name, your normal name, that's in your email address, and at the bottom I noticed you'd written in brackets Smirnoff for me. I was like, oh, she's so sweet, that's so cool. Okay. Oh, she might knit some of her shawl. Oh, that'll be cool. You'll have to show it to me later. I might give you a little video call later on if you're available, darling. I meant to say that earlier, but completely forgot. All right, so I'm just having a look. We've got 4 of you in at the moment. How many of you have actually got this month's winner only pattern already? I know Smirnoff has, because I sent that one over to you. Dodo, haven't you got it as well? I really should say, I told you, I should really write down who gets these. So that I've got a post-it note sticking on the side, like, so I can just read down all the names. Oh dear. Coolio, I'll do that because I'm not on the school run today, Sabrina. Yay. Let me think. What was I doing? No. Right, okay, so as I said to you, we've got a couple of videos up. They're new. Of course, we've got this week's Stitch a Week. Sabrina's already done it. She was first in through the door again. And she doesn't have early access. I'm evil. I won't give it to her. Yeah, and Dodo does have the pattern. Cool. Right, yeah, so what is today's one? I did write down, didn't I? Yeah, yesterday's one is the A Crochet Now magazine, Inside a Crochet magazine. So that came out early. It's now available today in shops in the UK. And later on today, there is also going to be a video go up that is a secret yarn stash delivery. You know, I did mention it on a Whips and Bips a couple of weeks ago and said that I'd put it up, and I meant to do it last week, but things got away with me. And I also wanted to check that whether postage and things like that, if there've been any changes, and it's a shame, but there hasn't been. Oh my word. Okay, so Smirnoff has just said that she can't get her mojo going today. She's not picked up a hook or a needle yet, which must be some kind of a record. And she says she's not even picked up a pen. She normally starts the day drawing. Maybe that's put me off kilter. It could be something as simple as that, Smirnoff. Saying that though, I've what have I done today? No crochet. Got up and done 2 loads of some washing up, sat on the sofa, answered emails, did more answering of emails, the backwards and forwards bit, and then went, pants, I ran in here, set up the live that mucked up, and today has just got away with me. So hopefully this evening I'll be able to get on with some crocheting, because I've definitely got that corner to corner blanket to finish off, but I've still got quite a few rows of that left to go. So I need to basically sit down solidly for 2 days with no distractions, and then hopefully I'd have it done and my arm will fall off, but my arm and hand will go, but at least it'll be done. Right, so Sabrina is saying that the shawl that she has is a lot of fun to do. Oh, I can't wait to see it. I really can't. Oh, you're talking about the Stitch a Week. Yeah, with the Stitch a Week, really, really lovely, really, really quick, really, really simple. Each square probably take you less than an hour. It takes me longer to record the videos and stuff than it does to actually make the square. It's insane. Oh, bless Spring. She is listening to me at the moment. And I'm playing in her pocket while she's kicking the horses out the barn. How many horses, though? Because you pluralise that. You stuck an S on it. So is that work or is that home life, Spring? I'm evil, aren't I, answering these questions? Right, okay. So we got 2 of you girls that have already got it. Yeah, this is Stitch a Week. That's great fun. That is cool. I'm happy you're enjoying it, Sabrina. We've got quite a way to go yet. Got another video done yesterday, and one more in the process of being done today. So that'll take me up to 7 done. All right. Okay. What else I've got to say? I haven't got a great deal to talk about. Oh, yeah, actually, I need your help, girls. I really do. I need your help. Now, of course, I've mentioned that I won some patterns from our gorgeous Courtney at Fiberfox Studios. Now, over on my community tab, there is a link that takes you through to her to her shop. Can you do me a favour? Could you pop over? One, like the shop, and then two, have a nose through her patterns, and tell me which ones you would like. I need you to just pop down 3 ideas onto the community tab. That way, hopefully, I will find something that everybody likes the look of. So that way I can oh gosh, don't play up, internet. Yeah, so that way I can sort of get some help choosing these 30 patterns. I've only chosen 2 so far, plus a collection, because Courtney said I'm allowed a collection, whereas technically I shouldn't have been allowed a collection. She's letting me get away with it. Right, so let's have a look. Spring is saying it's home life, 5 horses. Whoa, that's a lot of work. Gorgeous animals, but a lot of work. Smirnoff is saying, no distractions. You've got a husband, kids, and a YouTube channel, and you want no distractions. Good luck with that. Now I've got it sussed. I've got it sussed. Right. I make sure the dog's walked. Make sure the house is clean, and make sure there's food ready to go in the oven. That's it. I'm quite lucky because my eldest has moved out and my youngest is 16, so she's perfectly capable of making herself a sandwich. Or a cup of tea or whatever she fancies. She's a good kid. She helps out quite a bit, actually. I'm quite chuffed. And then, of course, hubby, just set him up in front of his computer or give him his gadgets and he's happy. So, no, I'm quite lucky. The only one that actually does distract me is Liam, because I'll be sitting there crocheting and he'll walk over and just tap me on the leg with his paw, or tap me on the foot, because normally my feet are up, because I've got like a recliner, so normally my feet are up. So he comes over, he taps on my feet, and that's his cue, and that's him telling me he needs to go out in the garden. So I get up and I let him out in the garden. I go to sit my bum back down, and he's at the window, tapping on the window to be let back in, like on the door to be let back in, so he gets let back in. I then sit down. 5 minutes later he comes over, he'll tap the other leg and the other foot. So of course I've got to send him in and out again, and he will do that 6-7 times an hour. So in the end I just look at him and go, no, enough's enough. And then his head sneaks down the side of the sofa sort of and plonks, and then he's trying to climb up for cuddles. He is worse than any cat I've ever had. Worse than any cat, because if you don't give him attention, he will sit there and knock things across the room, or he nicks things. He's destroyed hooks of mine where he's got hold of them and eaten them. It's just like, you little snot bag. Sabrina is saying no, because if she goes over to Courtney and Fibre Fox's page, she'll be tempted by lots of patterns. Now just have a look, and you're shopping for me. You're not spending money because it's free. I've got the patterns, I just need to choose them. Also, on top of that, with the Fibre Fox Studio patterns, I'm also going to be she said that I can give away a couple of them as well on the birthday live, so I will be doing that as well. So of course, if you put in the comments which ones you like, I've got more chance of picking out those ones, so that I've got them ready to go. Smirnoff is saying clean house. Phrase does not compute. It does compute if nobody else lives with you. I'm leaving it at that. Otherwise I will rant about house cleaning and housework and all the rest of it for the next 15 hours. Forget one, like, just a little comment. Alright, so housework's a swear word. Oh, and it just I hate it, I hate it. Right, yesterday we tried to use these Trivial Pursuit cards. They were they were rubbish, and it was not fun. So I'm going to have to go back to the 10 of a kind, these ones. I am actually tempted to just read the question out, write down my answer, and have you girls guess my answer. It's going to be so random. Do you fancy it? Let's see how well some of you know me, and the ones that don't know me that well, don't worry about it. Just know I'm bat crazy. I'm just waiting to see if you like that idea or if you just want the standard question. So so in your comment, pop in either standard or crazy, and then I'll know which way to go. There is 7 viewers now watching, so go on that, 7 of you. So we should have a lovely answer by the end of it if you guys actually comment. Oh, where's my super duper pen? There we go. Right, okay. The thing is, I've just picked up a card and automatically started reading down the answers. I can't have that. No, because everyone's going for crazy. Okay. So our first question up is, and I'm being very good. Look, I've just covered it over so I can't see the answers and pick one. Right, okay, so it is things to put on your head. Okay, so that is things to put on your head. So how well do you know the crazy? I've got my answer written down. It's probably misspelt, but I'll tell you what it is in a bit. Hey, Kaz, welcome in, darling. You're just in time for the very first question. Now we are doing a bit of a spin on these crazy cards. What I've done is I've read out the clue, and you've got to guess what my answer was going to be. Okay, so it is things to put on your head. Now you lot are all being really sensible at the moment. We've got a couple of people saying hellos. Oh, Smirnoff has gone off to look at patterns, so she'll be quiet in the chat, but she's still watching. She might be back in a second. Oh no, she's already won the pattern, so she doesn't have to worry about joining in on this bit. Okay, but really put in some crazy stuff. Let's see if any of you get it. And the thing is, I've written it down now, so it's not like I can change my mind. Oh God, you had to do it, didn't you, Dodo? Right, okay, so we've got hats, crown. A pudding hat, says Dodo. Wanda, says Smirnoff. She's not got that bigger hole, Smirnoff. Cat's ears, a toupee. No, keep going. I thought I was being quite sensible with this one. It doesn't look like it. A bandana. Nope, keep going. Sorry, I've got a song floating around my head at the moment as well, which is doing my... I've got like an earworm and it's doing my head in a bit. So we got a wig, a tiara. No. So it says things that you put on your head, whereas I'm thinking actually I've mislaid this question up already. Things you put in your hair. I'll do it that way. So it goes on your head, but it also goes in your hair. It's very pretty. And no, not a headband. Not mistletoe. That's a very safe place to put mistletoe, Kaz. A cat, a feline, says Spring. No, keep guessing. Kaz is sort of on the right wave track, really. Hairspray. Yeah, I told you my hairspray story, didn't I, Dodo? I curled this today. I used heat-free curling thingies, and I've sprayed it with a bit of hairspray, and it's rock solid. I can't do nothing with it unless I pull out half my hair. And the thing's already dropped. It's just like the curl was right up here, and it's just gone bloop in about an hour. Right, so let's have a look. We've got a hairspray, we've got flower, elastic band, a bow, a wreath, and a rose. Well, we do in fact have ourselves a winner. I forget the S and the spelling is probably wrong, but my guess for this one was in fact flower. So congratulations, Kaz. You've gone and done it, and I've just told you in chat before I showed you. Oh, hopefully that did. Oh yeah, and by the way, they're yesterday's winners. So I'm reusing my paper. I'm being a good girl. Alright, it's going behind my ears. Forget trying to look nice. See, that's really spelt wrongly, isn't it? I don't know anymore. So congratulations, darling. Have you got no strings, or are you after no strings? Oh dear, looks bad. Just sit, do something. And Kaz is saying roll it. Okie dokies. On to the next one. Alright, okay. So we have got this is the problem without reading it. I can't remember it, so move on to the next. Or not remember it. Right, okay. So we are going for things that are white. Right, so the next one is things that are white. So Smirnoff is liking the hearts and the butterfly patterns. Okie dokes. Quite a lot of people are saying that they like those ones actually. Smirnoff, you can still play along, darling. Just if you're lucky enough to guess it, and just put roll it in the message. Right, so you lot are being very safe. I think I've chosen something really evil. Right, you're going, so it's things that are white, and you're saying snow, tennis outfits, wedding, ice, a wedding dress, snowman. Oh, thank you, Smirnoff. You is creepy. I love you. Right, sorry, Smirnoff says, I always look nice in a beauty always shines through. Then we got Kaz saying flowers. Then we got snow and a spelling correction. Don't worry, honey. The way I spell, I can work it out. Christening gown and clouds. Nope, keep going. I've been quite cheeky with this one. The response, I would think, out of all of you girls, it would either be M or Kath that would come out with this one first. Okay, so that's how cheeky I've been. We've got christening gown, clowns, teeth, adore, angels, but not wonder. Nope, she is a cheeky naughty redhead. Toilet roll, says Dodo. And not quite. Hey, Silver Fox, welcome in, darling. She's saying good morning to me and everybody in chat. Right, Silver, we are playing at the moment for, of course, this month's winner only pattern, which is no strings. And your clue is things that are white, but this time round you've got to try and guess what my answer would have been. That is things that are white. Right, Sabrina's got a little bit cheeky with whipped cream. And Kaz is saying yarn. Sabrina says marshmallow. Nope. Done it to us again? No, I haven't done it to you girls again. You girls know me and my warped sense of humour, so you will get it. Marshmallow tissues. Divergent, welcome in, darling. She's saying hello all. Today's question, darling, is what things that are white, but this time round you've got to guess what my answer would have been. Okay. And the most random and weirdest answer is hopefully written down on this piece of paper. So yeah, just have fun with it, just throw it out, and even if you've already got the pattern, don't worry about it. We just shout roll it and we'll pick another one in a minute. Right, so let's have a nose. Let's go back. We've got tissue, we've got divergent popped in, ice cream, ghosts, a meringue and paper. No. It's oh. Do we need a clue on this one, gang? Oh, Smirnoff, so close with sheets. So close. It's not milk, Sabrina. Hopefully I've given you guys a bit of a clue. when I was saying about Smirnoff's comment. Why, a shocked person. No, my brain's not in that much gear today, Silver. No, he's not sheep, Divergent. No, not an egg, Kaz. We've got about a 7-second delay on this, haven't we? No, not a pillow. Or pillows. You lot are really on one today, aren't you? You're all ganging up. Or a towel. No. I'm being really cheeky with this one. It's not feathers. I'm waiting to see who's going to end up writing it in. No, it's not duvet. Or feathers, if I'd already said that. I can't quite remember. I am in quite a cheeky mood today. It's not a mattress or an eider down. It's not bedding or anything to do with the bedroom, girls. No, it isn't. No. It's not bubbles. It's not linen. Very clever thinking there, Cass. My brain's not in that much gear today. It's not bedclothes. Not sanitary products, Cass. Even I'm not that bad. It's not a t-shirt, Dodo. Not a bottle of Malibu Smirnoff. Not a wedding dress, Divergent. If you guys need another clue, tell me and I'll say now. It's not towels. It's not. Oh, Smirnoff's gone and done it. I'm going to let you get away with that one. Right, she has put in knickers. What I'd actually written was new undies. Meaning new knickers. Because, of course, they're only white for about 3 washes and then I dye them pink. But I just thought that would be a funny response. Right, so Smirnoff already has this one. So I am turbo guessing and jumping ahead with a roll it. Right, okay, and my next one. Oh, I've got it. Right, our next one is things to do with Australia. That is things to do with Australia. Now, you guys should really get this quite quickly. I've already got the answer written down. It is not as naughty as this one, but it's definitely nothing to do with what's on this card. So yeah, next one is things to do with Australia. I'm waiting to see what you guys come out with. Oh no, we're all still congratulating. I've jumped in far too quick, haven't I? Nope, Sabrina is not kangaroo. I shouldn't have said jump. You thought that was a clue. Okay, no, not. Well, Kaz, I might have stitched you up a bit here, darling. Because everybody's got equal chance of winning this one. It's things to do with Australia. I could also say mentioned on the channel, which I will do. Things to do with Australia mentioned on the channel. Right, so it's not kangaroos, it's not koalas, it's not Sydney, a wallaby, a barbecue's meat pie, barbecue pavlova, spiders, or a wombat. But now you lot are sitting there thinking, okay, what has she mentioned about Australia? I'm leaving that one up. Oh, Leary, you cheeky monkey. Oh, she's saying from my clue, Ange, I assume you use sheets if you've run out of knickers. No, my sheets ain't big enough. I need bigger ones. Sailboat sails will do me. No, Smirnoff is not a roo. Or as some know that as. I will get there. Oh, my brain has gone to sleep. The ginormous rock in the middle of the country. Oh, I'm so bad. Kaz, you've only gone and done it. The one person I did, I thought I'd got away with that one. Right, but Kaz has done it. She has come in with a spotlight, as you can see there. It is a spotlight. So, congratulations, darling. Are you collecting the pattern, or do you already have it? I cannot remember. Oh, that'll do. Ah, Smirnoff. Yes, I did say it was close to sheets. Honey, do yourself a favour, babes. Refresh, because I have a feeling you might be running a bit slower than the rest of us. I'll type that in as well. There we go. You got it, Kaz. I thought you did, but I can't keep track, can I? Right, okay. Next question is... one I wouldn't have a clue on. Okay. No, it wasn't in that. No. Okay, so the next question up is things associated with Pooh Bear. Okay, I got my answer down, and let's see how you go. That is things associated with Pooh Bear. I'm being quite sensible on this one. Oh, right, okay, Smirnoff. Gotcha, honey. Okay, Smirnoff is saying she was just explaining why she accused me of using sheet underwear. It's because I got a big bottom. Right, okay. She didn't say that last bit, that was me. So we've got people coming in with Winnie, Honey, Tigger, The Woods, Eeyore, Piglet Eeyore. Nope, keep going. Honey, Eeyore, Christopher Robin. Remember, gang, I'm rubbish with names. There's a big fat clue. Rubbish with names, so it ain't going to be a name that popped into my head first. No, it's not Christopher Robin or Honey Pot. Not the red shirt. Being a fat bear? Nope. No pants. No, I didn't write that one down. Seem to be working quite well together, these questions today. The 100 Acre Wood? Nope. Dismay? Nope. Trouserless? No. Animals? Nope. Yellow? No. Dodo done it! Dodo got in with a Pooh Sticks. Congratulations, darling. Okay, I really didn't spell it correctly, but hey, you guys know what I mean, don't you? So, congratulations, Dodo. Doobie-dippy-doo. So, and there we go. Congratulations, darling. I think we're going to be rolling it again, aren't we? What is Pooh Sticks? Okay, Divergent. In with Pooh Sticks, what they do is they both get a stick, they run to a bridge, they chuck it in one side, run over to the other side. So they chuck it in against the water flow, then run over to the other side and see whose stick comes out first, and that person's the winner. So that's what Pooh Sticks is. Just in case you was trying to be dirty. Right, so Dodo is saying roll it. Right, so I have got their next question up and ready to go, and the answer's already written down. Okay, so our next question is methods of communication. That is methods of communication. You've never heard of poo sticks, Kaz? Something that I used to play as a kid. Then we got told to stop it because it was blocking the drainage system where we were doing it. But yeah, it was quite a common thing back when we didn't have a lot of other stuff to do. Or is it the fact that you've never heard of Pooh Bear, Winnie the Pooh? Yeah, there are some different versions of poo sticks. Yeah, we won't go into that. That's fair enough. Right, so here we go. Here's you guys coming out with your ideas of method of communication. We have got, first up was, let me double check, a text. Nope, it's not text, not email, not letter, not holler or yell or yelling, or telegraph or phone call or whisper. Pigeon post, says Silver. Or say oi, or a walkie-talkie. Oh, we're going back some there, aren't we, Smirnoff? I hadn't even thought of that one. No, it's none of those. It's not a landline. Oh. Come on, guys, get thinking. It's not a pigeon. Effective communication, says Divergent. She's throwing out the long words today. Nah, I'd never have been able to spell it even if I had thought of that one. CB radio, says Kaz. Nope. Smirnoff is saying she's showing her age. Nope, darling, you're just making stuff that you writing stuff you know I know. Morse code, says Smirnoff. No. Pony Express, says Spring. No, it's not Morse code. Smirnoff, really, honey, don't worry about correcting your spellings. Unless I go, what's that? And then try again, but otherwise you don't need to. Smoke signals, says Toto. Spring has gone and done it with a sign language. Congratulations, darling. Here we go. So, congratulations, darling. Are you going to be collecting the pattern? Or am I rolling it on again for another go? There we go. Oh, that so wasn't on screen. Let's drop down a little bit. There we go. Hopefully it's in screen now. But if not, you'll see it later on with the next load. Right, give me a second, Sabrina. I will get us another question going. So everybody at the moment is congratulating a Spring. Right. Let's turn over the pack. A beautiful spring. Right, so to collect the prize, read the description box of this video, okay? I've got it written down in there, all the rules and all the bits and pieces that you need to know. If English isn't your first language, pop over to the link that's at the bottom. In that video, I explain in more detail and a lot slower how to claim your prize. But the basic gist is, when this video goes into replay, pop a comment on it. Then find me off an email. The email address is in the description box of this video. And basically write on there that you won it today. I will send you over a code like in my email, there'll be a highlighted word that's in a different colour to the rest of the text. Copy and paste that into your comment at the end. Okay, so use the edit button on your comment to do that. And once I see that, I can then fire you over your prize. By doing it this way, it stops other people coming in and saying, this is me, I'm using a different account, email account, and nicking your prize, because I have had that happen in the past. So congratulations, darling. Smirnoff, you is cheeky. Yep. Oh, everyone get the hoops ready for spring to jump through. Oh, it's good. That's going to be our standard thing soon, isn't it? Beautiful, lovely. Right, so Smirnoff's got it. Right, are you guys ready for another question? Right, now remember, these are my answers that I would have put down. Okay, if you get the spelling correct on this one, brill, but just know I wouldn't have been able to. So there's your big fat clue. It is action and movie stars. So which action movie star have I written down? Ready, steady, go. I've got a couple of clues if you need it. But yeah, we are looking for action and movie star. Spring is saying, yep, she was thinking the same thing, Smirnoff, about jumping the hoops. Honestly, the others will tell you, if you're doing the right sequence, it's boom, boom, boom. And I can be far, if you're in another country and you're about to head off to bed, all you've got to do is remember to fire me off the email and wait for this to go into replay. Or you fire me off the email, you're saying, oh, I'm in so-and-so country, I'll be asleep for so-and-so amount of hours. Even better then, because then I know I've got so many hours to wait for you to come back to me and basically to pop your comment on this video before the whole process starts. But oh, what was I saying? Yeah, so it's quick. If we're both online at the same time, it can be very quick, because I will also put comments in underneath your original comments saying that I've received your email, code sent, pattern sent, so then you know that that order's done. And that's also mainly for me and my brain cell, because if I lose my pad, it means I've got it written there how far we've got into the process of handing you over your prize. Right, so we are looking for an actor, a Mr. There's your clue. Give me the name of the actor. So not any film names or anything like that, just the name of the actor. He's been in quite a bit. Right, so it's not Rambo, Spider-Man, Keanu Reeves, not Arnie. So yeah, we are looking, because of my answer, we are looking for the man, not the character. Him that done Thor. No, not him that done Thor, Dodo. But Thor, him that done Thor is pretty cool. But no, it's not him that done Thor. I thought you was, as Smirnoff. She's saying the system does work really well. She's just teasing. Chris Hemsworth, I think. That's cool Thor, isn't it? But no, it's not him, and it's not Chris Hemsworth, in case that's somebody else. And it's not Heath Ledger. Thank you for the photo, Sabrina. I'll have a quick nose while you guys are doing what you're doing. Just on the off chance. Oh, okay. That link, is that for Fiberfox Studios one, honey? Because I haven't got one of them ones. Okay, so do you girls want a clue on the action movie star? Because there is quite a lot of cool men around, isn't there? Let me think. When did I first see him? I first saw him on oh, what's it called? Oh, Not Starscape. No, I can't give you that one because that might give it away. It's really gorgeous. He was married to a singer. Okay, I will double check the link in a bit, Sabrina. Thank you for bringing that to my attention, darling. Now, as I was saying, this actor was married to a very beautiful lady. Not quite. He's still married to her, just. He's very tall and he's got gorgeous dark hair. And he likes dragons. And water. What else? Oh, there's lots else. I like seeing him in water and playing with dragons. So let's see if any of you can guess it. If not, don't worry, just say give up. We give up on this one, and I can either pick another one, or we can chat about something else, or just head off and get on with our day. I don't mind. Gone ever so quiet, girls. Ever so quiet. You're just thinking about all of the action movie stars that you girls all like, aren't you? Dodo's gone and done it with her Jason. Yeah. I'll just put it like this. That's what I wrote down. Which is Jason Moe. What was it? I put Jason Moe Blimey Aquaman. Okay, so congratulations, Dodo. You got bragging rights again, my darling. Yeah, oh, my handwriting is so bad, isn't it? If you can make out what I've actually written, it's quite a miracle. Hey, Fiberfox Studios, welcome in, gorgeous. How is our giggle pot today? So, Courtney is saying that she had to guess. I have no guess, but I want to know now. It's Jason Moe. The name above your comment, darling. I can't pronounce his surname. I've never been able to. I could just call him Jason Blimey. So Dodo is saying roll it. So he was in, oh crikey, loads, wasn't he? He's done quite a lot of telly. I watched the first time I came across him, he was doing the Stargate spin-off, which was the Aqua one, where they're underwater, and I was like, cool, blimey, he's nice. And then of course I didn't see anything from him for quite a while, and then he just blasted out, didn't he, with lots of beautiful films that he's in, and everybody else is going, cool, blimey, and I'm thinking I was going cool, blimey back in the 90s. Strange, I don't normally like men with goatees and beards. Okay, so everybody is saying hello to our gorgeous Courtney. I was telling the girls earlier, darling, about winning the patterns. So hopefully the girls are gonna jump over and have a nose on your Etsy shop, and they're gonna help me try and pick out a couple of patterns, babe. The which ones is it? Is the butterflies seem to be very popular at the moment. Those ones do. Oh, you sneaky sneak. So Connie is saying, hi everybody, I'm great. She's been listening. She know listening in, you know, I'm a creeper. Here's one for you, Ange. Yarn brands. What, as in a question? Yeah, I don't know enough about yarn brands. There are so many. Doesn't matter how much of our Reggie I watch, I still, and all the other girls, I still don't know enough. I haven't touched enough yarn yet. But as you've set the question, and let me think, what would mine be? So it has to be a yarn brand, not just the name of the yarn. I'm stuck. Apart from coming out with the obvious. Yeah, I haven't got anything really round here that isn't an obvious yarn. That's really strange, isn't it? I'm nosing things now. I'm like, oh, oh. Okay, yep, I've got one. Right, okay, so think about it and choose yourself a yarn brand. Just stick it in the description box and we'll see how we go. And yes, you're going to have to try and guess what I've chosen. But as a big fat clue, it's in one of these cubes. No, you're safe. Me Aldi yarn's over there. we don't talk about Aldi yarn anymore. It's just too much freaking mint green in it. I've got to have a favourite that I've used. I'm still going through them. It's really strange. It depends on the mood that I'm in, Courtney. Because of course I've still got some of the ones that you sent me from when we did our swap, and when I've done swaps with others, and when I've won stuff, and I haven't used those brands yet to make something gorgeous with, because I want to make sure I've got the right pattern for it, and I don't want to have to keep frogging it back and redoing it and having it go all a bit funny on me. So at the moment I'm just sticking to the basic borings, aren't I, for the stuff that I'm making, but I will get there at some point. I must admit, for the plain colours, I do like my papaya. Nearly said the wrong brand completely then. I do like the Signet Everyday DK, and I like the Signet in, I can't even reach it, and I can't get to it because I put that in the way, in one of the other colours, but I believe that colour is now getting discontinued, so it's not something I'm going to be raving on about on the channel. So I like those ones. I have used, I think it was either the Wendy's or the Peter Pan, and it was their fluffy yarn. I don't like that one so much so I chucked it across the room and I can't get to it to put it in the bin. I would actually bin that fluffy yarn, because as you pull on it, it just falls apart. But I can't remember which one, whether it was the Wendy or the Peter Pan. It's the one that's got the little rabbit on the label. Oh no, hold on, I can spot it. I found it. Yeah, the Peter Pan Precious Chunky. That stuff, a waste of money. It's gone again. Gone. It's back on the floor. That stuff is vile. Let's have a look at your answers. What did I write? Yep, I got that one. Okie dokies. So, right, not King Carl, not papaya. Not red heart. So I've just seen myself in the chuck the yarn away. You didn't really get the good look of that, did you? Not Ice Yarn or Stylecraft or Sheepsies or Signet or Wendy or Peter Pan or Peyton's or Women's Institute or Hayfield or Poundland or B&M. And a Fibre Fox says that she loves Signet Everyday DK too. Oh no, I know what I could send you. Got it in every colour I have, every colour. And definitely not Robin Dodo. I can't believe you guys haven't guessed it yet. It's just the one I pulled off the shelf, pulled out of my brain. Rather than picking something easy. But it's definitely one yarn that I do want to start working on, but I have to work out. Yeah, I chucked it. I think it is that much of a pile of that it can sit on the floor and be eaten by the dog. Well, actually, I won't even let Liam eat it. It falls apart, something chronic. I did chuck it. Where'd it go? Oh, it went under the chair. It's fine. No, it's not Stylecraft. Now remember, don't be blaming me for setting this question, gang. This wasn't me. This was Smirnoff. Now, I have shown this one on my channel as well, so if you've been here a little while, you'll know that I haven't had my hands on quite a few of these yarns yet. And definitely not the drops, darling. I have felt drops, and I think that stuff feels lovely, but I'm not keen on the price as yet. I'm still working my way up to the pricier brands. And to be honest, I know that one isn't pricey, and you can get it in some places on really good deals, but it would be a case of I'd have to find it on a really good deal. Right, I'm going to crawl on the floor. I'm going to get that yarn again. And I will actually show it to you properly this time. Oh, how bad was it? Did you see my butt? I'll find out in a minute. I don't think so. Fingers crossed not. Right, okay, so with this one, this is the Peter Pan Precious. This is not my favourite yarn. This is the one that I hate the most. Okay, it is an eyelash yarn. Okay, it's eyelash. It's not a problem. I can work with it. But as you apply any sort of pressure, and I'm not even pulling hard, I'm not even holding it hard. Right, it just falls out. Now, my idea for this was to use it for amigurumi and other bits and pieces. And all them other things. And I'm sorry, but that's not a safe yarn to use. Nowadays, if I make anything, I've got to test it. I've got to fire test it. I've got to weight test it. And if I try to put a weight on that, that would just fall apart and automatically my item would fail. So, yeah, as I said, pile of pants. It's actually gone into the bin bag, yes. But it's so much so that even with my leftover bits of balls of yarn and things, I bag them up and I take them up to the one of my local schools, and I give it to them for the craft area. Even down to my tails for the for these, it's like these. Once I get round to sewing them in, oh sorry, once I get round to sewing these in and cutting off the extra bits, those extra bits go in a bag, and they get taken up the school so that the kids can use them for gluing and sticking. But no. That stuff I wouldn't put anywhere near the kids now. Alright, let's have a look at what you guys are saying. Still looking for the answer, aren't we? What was it? Oh yeah, that one. Why don't you get it in a minute? It's going to buzz around your head. Something chronic. Right, it's not B&M, not the Signet. Starcraft drops Carlton. Love drops, but only on offers. The Regala, no. Lion Brand, no. Sabrina's, you say you've knitted with it and you've made lots of cardigans with it. If you knit with it, does it hold its fuzz better, or does the fuzz still come out? And that's the thing I'm worried about. As I said, I've done it. I haven't got the teddy. I did it with one of the other girls' patterns, and it's already frayed around his arms and everything. Right, okay, so Smirnoff is saying that she doesn't like eyelash, especially for knitting. It's not forgiving. Our Courtney is saying you can't even hand wash that yarn. It's just falling apart for real. Yeah, it might be the case that the ones I got were a dodgy batch, but I'm not going in and buying more just to check out a theory, and I'm certainly not going to stand there and start tugging at it in the shop, because otherwise I'll be made to pay for it, whether it's tat or not. Smirnoff says, Sabrina, it's interesting you have a different take. If she drops a stitch with eyelash, she can't find it again. I'm assuming that's through knitting. Now, I have used a yarn that was very similar to that 70s yarn. I'm giggling because I believe I sent some to Courtney as well, and I made a blanket with it using completely the wrong hook for the yarn. I just winged it, and I made, well, not a blanket, but I use it as a roll to put behind my back, and I made that, and yeah, I was crocheting blind. Everything was done by feel. When I did that one, feel and counting the stitches and hoping that I had enough by the end. Kaz, we haven't got the answer yet to the yarn choice. I think everyone's given up on it, to be honest. We're talking about the yarn I was just throwing around the room. Divergent is saying, hey, Fiberfox Studios, absolutely love your mosaic tutorials. Thank you for them. It's lovely when someone says stuff like that, isn't it? Sabrina is saying, yes, the fuzz is fine. Washes nicely too. It might just be me with a dodgy batch then. Kaz is asking what the answer was. Dodo's saying we ain't got it yet, Kaz. Courtney is coming in with thank you, Divergent. I must admit, I love your patterns, you know that, but you know, I've only ever tackled one and I only got as far as I think row 3 or row 4 and turned it into a headband and went, nah. But now I'm going to do it this year. I've got no choice. I've won patterns. I just need help choosing. Smirnoff is saying, hold on, she's done it to me. I bet it was her. I bet it was her. Where are we? Oh, I've lost it already. It was, you cheeky toe rag. You made me scoot all the way back up to find out who had asked the flipping question. Oh dear, Smirnoff. We're like, where are we? Yeah, because Smirnoff said, can't think of any more brands. Who came up with this stupid question anyway? It was her, evil toe rag. Sabrina is saying that she's Smirnoff. Oh, okay, luckily I have never dropped a stitch, and maybe if I did I wouldn't be that happy either. Yeah, see what I mean, Courtney, these lives can go completely bat crazy. Right, okay, your clue is, so you can all have a view. It's in that box. It's in that square there. Now, if you don't get this, Courtney, I'm going to be really shocked. And Courtney's having a giggle. Oh, I wish I could hear it for real, babe. Divergent is saying she's addicted to mosaic crochet, but she's terrified of the Graphgans. Honey, just head over to Fiberfox Studios. Click on her name now. We can now do that. We can click on channel names and it will take you over to those channels during the chat, or at least allow you to open it up on another page. Pop over to Courtney's. She does beautifully explaining how to do it, and of course she's got the charts to go along with the videos. If you prefer to work with charts, you can grab them from her shop. The links will be on the videos there, and probably in your description bio thingy as well, isn't it, Courtney? But yeah, she's got the pattern. She's got a stunning, absolutely stunning. I have been sitting there going like that for years, going, I will do it, I will do it. And I keep saying to her, I will do it, I will do it. I just haven't got to it yet. Oh, you're talking about the Graphgans, like these guys. Ugh. Move you back. I will talk Courtney into doing one day. I will stitch her up one day. One day she'll get stitched up. It's the bobbins themselves is just untangle them as you go. I don't use those little bobbins. I actually use just balls of wool. I wind up some balls and then I have them dangling off it. Like the one I've got in the lounge. Right, okay, so where are we going? I love that loud. Addicted to my say. Terrified of Graphgans. Oh no, someone's guessed it. We've got a correct answer after all that time. And it wasn't Fiberfox. Oh no, you got beaten to the punch, honey. And I'll explain why in a second. Okay, so my guess was a yarn bee. Okay. Now I'm going to have to move that back again. Ugh. What happened to you lot shouting duck? Here's this one here. And the reason why I'm giggling and saying Courtney should have guessed it is because she sent it over. It's my orange stickered one. The one that was on turbo discount that I asked her for especially. Not that actual make or colour choice. I just said to her, I want one with a discount sticker. So she got me one with a discount sticker. I'm that bad. Let's have a nose. So congratulations, Divergent. You've gone and done it, darling. I can't remember if you've actually already got the pattern or not. If you have, shout roll it. If you haven't, shout grab it. And all instructions on how to claim are in the description box down below because my brain's turned to a total mush. Right, let's have a look. We had Dodo come in with a King Cole. Our Courtney is saying that she's scared of graph gowns too, but she thinks it's more all the yarn bobbins. Where are you? Ugh. This one. This is lovely. The most you will have is 1, 2, 3, 4 bobbins on that. 4, the most. That one's lovely. That one's easy. And that one's still not had its end sewn in, so we'll put that back there. Yeah, so I like that one. I made a cushion with it. Right, I'm going to skip your different yarn companies now, gang, because we've got that one. He said you can't click on the name from a phone. Oh, that's pants, Sabrina. Sorry, I've only just heard about it being brought back in again, because of course it was in a couple of years ago, wasn't it? But they knocked it on the head because of grow channels. So now they've brought it back in again. Fingers crossed it'll work. And hopefully they'll roll it out then to not only computers but other devices as well. Divergent is saying the bobbins are intimidating. I'm rubbish at promoting, right? So Courtney is saying, Angela, it's your life, promote your stuff. Right, okay, you've got all these patterns. There's actually 20 written patterns now over on the Ravelry shop, and of course you've also got tutorials that you can click through as well that are on the channel. But the one that everybody is going for at the moment, of course, is the Stitch a Week, and it's called A Stitch a Week, and that is basically where I am coming in and doing a short sharp video, probably between 10 and 20 minutes long, showing you how to make a square using a different stitch each week, and over time we will end up with quite a few of them that we can sew together and make a blanket with. And that is the overall general plan of that one. You'll be able to, of course, put the squares wherever you want. You won't have to keep do them in the same sequence I do them. You can put them where you want. You can make multiples of the same square as well. So the ones that you really enjoyed making, or the ones that you want to match in, because maybe you're using scrap yarn and you've realised you've got plenty of one particular scrap yarn to make 2 or 3 squares with in the same stitch pattern. You can do that, or you can do it however you want. And then once that you've done those, you can fire me off pictures and then I can show them over on Sunday's Whips, Bits and Chat. That's the bit I like the most, showing off your pictures. And Spring is saying they are loads of fun to make, which is cool. I think she's still talking about these guys. And locking fillet crochet is a bunch of fun too. I've heard of fillet crochet, but locking? That's a new word to add to that sentence for me. I'll get there at some point. Right, I will be back in a second. I'm going to show you, because I left my whip in the other room. I'll be back in a second. I just want to show you how I'm storing mine at the moment. really should have all this ready to go, shouldn't I? Right, this is how I'm doing it. Yes, it's a bit of dodgy advertising for Mamo, who I can't even pronounce properly, so I won't be getting any promotional cash off of them, will I? Right, but this is the box that they send the multi-packs in, okay, because we go through quite a few, so we get these delivered to us. And of course they come with a lid on top as well. So all I've done here is I've taken the lid, cut the end off, folded it into 3, but had the middle section a bit thinner than the rest, and then I just stick it in the box into the middle, and then as I'm working, the yarns I'm working go on one level going across and backwards and forwards, and then as I finish that row I've now learned you place it on top, you turn the whole thing round and take the blanket off, and they're all in order ready to go again. The only time you need to, like, don't get me wrong, you do need to take the ball out, spin it under or over the previous strand that you were working with so that it stays untangled, but that is a heck of a lot quicker than having 15 balls hanging off that are all tangled all the time. So this is now my quickest method, unless of course I'm recording it on the table. If I'm recording it for a tutorial, then of course I'm untangling it every row anyway, because I've got to record it every row, but this one ain't getting recorded. So yeah, that's the the newest trick I've found. Alright, so how are we going? Way to go, Divergent, congratulations. Divergent is claiming it. Right, where did my notepad go? See, I told you, I'm rubbish. I'm constantly losing stuff. Right. So, congratulations, darling. That's a U written down. Sweet. So of course, to claim that, make sure you pop a comment in the description box of this video when it goes into replay. Then fire me off an email. The address is in the description box. I will then fire you over a code word, which will be probably in purple compared to the rest of the print. Copy that, pop it into your comment on this video at the end, so I can see it really easily and I don't have to look too hard. Once I see it, I will then fire you over your pattern. Now the reason of course I do this is to stop other people coming in and saying that they are you and nicking your prize, because of course once a digital download goes over, it can't be brought back. Right, so here's a little look-see at the monstrosity I'm making at the moment. I shouldn't call it that. There's Courtney saying to me I need to self-promote. I am rubbish at it. Right, so where are we? I have managed to get to the second corner, but I'm not going to show you all of it, and just a sneaky peek because you can see most of it already on screen. So there you go. There it is so far. Now this one is quite a few rows. I can't remember the actual number at the moment. I will look at the pattern in a second. Where am I? There we go. It is 100 and over 143 rows. And how many colours is that? That's 19 plus 19. 143. I've lost it. Someone help me with me maths. 152. That's 20 in it. No, it's 162 rows. Brain cell. Yeah, so it's 160 rows and I've just made it to my second corner, so it's all downhill thankfully. But I've done this in a corner to corner mini. Now I had done quite a chunk of this already in the standard corner to corner, but it measured larger than the moose and I hadn't even made it to the first corner, so I was like, nah, no chance, I'm stripping that back. So I ended up stripping it back, otherwise it would have been finished by now. Okay, I'm really evil. I've just seen myself showing it to you and you got to see the top of something. You didn't even get to see anything majorly nice. Hold on, I'm going to scoot down the messages, see if it's something that interests you, and I might have to show you a bit more of it. Oh, bless you, Courtney. Don't be daft with the the yarn bait. I think the one that you sent me was actually discontinued, darling. Don't worry about sending me, because postage now is astronomical, and I would also get taxed, have to pay taxes on anything that you send over. Cheeky skits. Trying so hard, so nicely to try and stay polite. Yeah, you were quite lucky with that one, weren't you, Divergent? Right, she's saying, guess it's time to get brave and try it. I noticed the Yarn B logo. Yep, you got no choice now. You've gone and won the pattern. No strings. He's not too bad. If you need some additional help, don't panic. I've got videos on how to do the stitch, how to change your colour works, and all that sort of stuff that I can fire you over as well if you need the links. And Courtney is saying, okay, 4 is not bad. I think I could manage that. 4. I'm lost. I'm too far behind on the comments. Smirnoff is saying that she's doing the penguin. It's not too bad if you tidy the bobbins at the end of each row. Yep. Either at the end or backwards and forwards. Spring is saying yes. A locking fillet crochet LFC. Smirnoff's in with LFC. Happy supports them. Hey Ninja, welcome in, darling. Everyone's having a giggle at Ninja's Spring's comment. Okay, Divergent has said she sent the email already. If she didn't know, if I didn't now, I'd know I would forget. My brain is run by a bunch of scrawly squirrels. You've got squirrels? I've just got one brain cell hanging on a string swinging backwards and forwards. Kathy, welcome in, gorgeous. She's saying hello to everybody. And Courtney is saying she loves that one. It's so cute, even unfinished. I didn't think I'd shown you enough. Oh, I've actually shown you a photo, haven't I? I've been cheeky. I sent you the picture. So Dodo's saying hi to Ninja and Kath. Yeah, the sending stuff to the UK now is ridiculous, because you're having to oik out a certain amount of money for your postage. For me to send out a magazine to America, say I wanted to get rid of this this one. I've only grabbed it because it's here. Say I wanted to get rid of an old one of these, and I wanted to send this over to you, Courtney. To send it over to America now would cost me £10 to send that, just to send that. Actually, it might be a bit more because it's heavier than the one that I did send out. So just 10 quid for a magazine, and it's just like, really? So I dread to think how much that box would now cost that I sent out to you. I thought it was bad enough last year, or year before, wasn't it? Crikey, I need to use that yarn. Yeah, so now, of course, if you send to us, we pay taxes based on what's written on the label, and of course you're going to be putting on yarn. You're going to have to put the value of the product that you're putting in, so that's how they catch us. Even if it's a gift, they're still saying if it's a gift and over a certain amount of cash, I will get stummed with taxes. Alright, so let me think, where are we? So Kathy's saying hello my sweet crazies, and Smirnoff is saying 4 bobbins? Sounds like a pop group. It does, doesn't it? Cool. Shall we start one? I can't sing. I can't play musical instruments, but I can look pretty in the background. Yeah, so what was I saying? Yeah, the 4 bobbins one. Oh, I'm going to get my head taken off again. Yeah, the 4 bobbins, of course, is the cupcake blanket. As I said, I love this one. It's a really lovely, really simple. You can start off by just doing... Oh. I'm so happy I'm wearing glasses. Yeah, I'm being attacked by blankets, gang. Right. Yeah, right. You can start off, if you've never done corner to corner before, you can start off by doing the white square. And then once you've got the stitch and you feel confident with it, brilliant. If you don't feel confident, that's fine. You move on to the other white square, and then you'll definitely feel confident by the end of it. So it means then that you can tackle these guys. And as I said, the most you'll have is 4 bobbins. The only awkward rows are these 2 with the black one, because you just need a small amount, and you know that once you finish that square, you've finished that square. Just don't sew in the ends on the squares or anything until you've got 3 rows up, just to make sure that you've got those 3 rows correct. So it's safe. So if you do have to frog, you're not going to have to try and work out how you sewed that end in to get that row out, or cut your yarn, of course. And then the border on these, super easy, super lovely, and of course the written tutorial for that is on the channel. So all of that's on the channel, but if you want the written chart, of course it is over on the Ravelry page, and there's that 10% discount at the moment if you use the code NYBO at checkout. How cool is that? I managed to do it. Where are we going? Divergent saying we could always say a £1 a thing of yarn. Teehee, we got it on clearance. Yeah, you could do, but there's no guarantee that they won't open it to check what's in there. They are sneaky. But then they have to be sure that what's being sent in is safe to be sent in anyway. Courtney is saying, well, that is insane. The cost of just a magazine to be mailed, that should be a medium mail, and it should be way cheaper. Well, with the mailing of envelopes, they go in 2 sizes. Oh, I'm about to lose my mic. Put that back. Stay. Yeah, it comes in 2 sizes. You've got one that would fit a standard size letter, so basically the letter that you get from the bank, or something like that, where it's just 2 sheets of A4 paper folded in 3, sort of folding in on itself. That size envelope, as long as you haven't got anything more than about 2 to 3 pieces of paper in, will go through. If you've got more than that, it doesn't matter that it fits in the envelope is then too padded, so you can't get it through. So that's option 1 out of the way. So the magazine has to go into option number 2, which can be any length you like, but it can only be a certain height, basically, or depth of parcel, and that goes on weight. So then they don't charge you like a certain size for this, certain size for that, until you get to the packages. Because I remember I used one of them Royal Mail boxes, but that was, you can fit as much up to a certain weight in it, and it will cost you this much or that much or the other much when I sent it over to Courtney. The best one to ask about boxes recently is Sabrina. Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. She paid 90 odd quid to send a box over to America. Yeah, no. That for me would be over a day's wage just to send one parcel out if I was working. I just couldn't do it. Not at the moment, anyway. So Smirnoff had said it sounds like a pop group, and because of course I'd said the 4 bobbins, and Dodo has said I was just, what was it? No, sorry, it was Kath, sorry, that's come in with Laugh Out Loud Smirnoff, or like an American ice cream store light version. Dodo says I was just watching the Mike movie down the screen. And Divergent is saying, well, a Dollar Tree yarn is $1, so they could verify that, and it's just good yarn as the Premier Basics. Yeah, it is just a case of what we can and can't do, and what we can and what does and doesn't cost. Oh God, my lot are in. Expect noise any second. Right, so we've got our winner. I'll have to check my notepad or winners for today. I think I'm going to have to head off now, gang. I will see you. Thank you ever so much for joining me today, gang. Oh no, hold on, let me just let her in. I'm on my live, honey. Sorry. That's alright. What good is it giving kids door keys? Right. Yeah, as I said, I'm going to have to head off now. I'm sorry, Joanne. Thank you for popping in. Hopefully we'll catch you next week. Right, as I said, I'm going to head off now. I will see you all really, really soon. If you can, please stay in and definitely stay safe. Ta-ra for now, everybody. Not that button. That one.